these are the three mistakes I made when I started my AI agency a month ago with my partner. And the reason for this video is I just want to, say what we did wrong and how we fixed it so you guys don't end up making the same mistakes. And before we start, I just want to say that I'm not some sort of guru. I'm not trying to teach you anything here. I'm just, I started a month ago myself too. So I'm probably in the same boat as you guys. Just want to share my experience. Yeah, so let's hop right in. So the first mistake that we ideally made was picking the right niche. Essentially, for me and my partner, we had sales experience. Like we learned sales like 2 months prior to starting our agency. So we sort of had we did cold calling primarily for outreach. And what we would do is we found we were testing between HVAC and the car dealership niches, which was first of all a bad idea because we kept niche hopping. But the thing is, with the HVAC and car dealership niches, with these niches, there's a gatekeeper, which is like the receptionist, pretty much someone preventing us from talking to to someone of authority. So what would happen is we would spend hours every single day cold calling, like to only deal with the gatekeeper, and we would get little to no meetings booked at all. And if we did book it, it would often be no shows. So we realized we were wasting a lot of time there, and we wanted a niche that was, like personally tailorized to us. What I mean by that is we had the sales skill and we didn't want to waste time cold calling. So we wanted to put all our focus into the sales aspect. So we saw that real estate agents was a common niche. And the thing about this is as soon as you call the number, it takes you directly to the realtor. You don't have to waste time dealing with anyone in between. So you can directly pitch, you can directly book meetings. It's a really fast way to get clients, right? And yeah, that's why we saw that was really helpful for us. And ever since we made that switch, we got I think it was 5 sales calls booked in one day, which is crazy. And that was huge progress for us. And, we just took it from there. And yeah, that was really helpful. And moving on to the second mistake we made, I mean, at least the second mistake that I made was there were a bunch of YouTubers, teaching the same thing and something different as well. Like each YouTuber had their own style of teaching it and their own way of going, of how they went about growing and scaling. For example, let's see, we have two channels here, channel X and channel Y. Channel X will have their own method X, while channel Y will have method Y. Like channel X could say something like, oh, you should do outreach completely, start off cold calling, while channel Y could say something like, don't do outreach, dive right into meta ads. And what happened to me is that I would take both of these informations, and what I realized is they would counter each other a lot. Like channel Y was saying something that channel X said we shouldn't do, and I would just get really confused, and I would just be stuck in this loop of going from one channel to another. And then I realized I should just stick to one channel and follow that exact blueprint because everyone has their own way of doing stuff. And a channel that I highly recommend is Carson Reed. Carson Reed pretty much saved my whole agency because he had this 10-hour course, this beginner's course, which was extremely helpful. He has everything in there, and you get a free trial for Go High Level 2, I believe, which is the CRM we're using, and it's perfect. Nothing's wrong with it. And yeah, so that was a really helpful shift. And then finally, the last mistake is kind of like a mindset thing, and it's cope working. You can work 5 hours and you can get zero results. That's okay for one day or 2 days, but when you keep, working over and over and over again, and you notice that nothing's really changing, but you think you did work. That's what I call cope working. When, for example, if I'm doing a bunch of cold calls every day for 5 hours, and then if I keep getting hit with the gatekeeper and I realize I'm not actually booking any meetings because I'm not talking to the owner, then I mean, I worked for 5 hours. So internally, I might think to myself, wow, I did a lot of work today, but there's actually no progress. So what I recommend doing with that is at the end of every 2 or 3 days, or whenever you feel like you're not getting anything done in our agency. So yeah, pretty much that's the three mistakes that I just wanted to share with you guys today. And yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.